In Battlefront 2, the Last Jedi DLC season has been released, and I thought it would be fun to go and speculate what other DLC seasons they could possibly add down the line. The next DLC season I think should be added is an Utapau DLC. Now this DLC would include maps for Galactic Assault, Strike, Heroes vs. Villains, and Blast. And the two heroes who would be receiving are General Grievous and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think the three abilities General Grievous should have are some sort of like spin attack ability where he uses all four of his lightsabers. I think all four lightsabers should be the default for him, since that's kind of what makes him special. And he's a robot, but mainly the four lightsabers. So I think a spin attack, maybe something like Kylo Ren's frenzy ability, and I'm thinking probably like an ability where he picks you up and throws you, or kicks you, or something like that. I also think he should have two skins. The one without the cape would be the default, and then if you complete a challenge, you'll get the one with the cape. And now onto Obi-Wan. I really have no clue what they could do for him. I mean, I would think like a mind trick or something, since he was the first person to ever do a mind trick. In the order they were released, not chronologically, because I think it was Qui-Gon, but I'm not 100% sure. And actually, no, probably was Qui-Gon attempted one. I'm getting really off topic. Why am I talking about Qui-Gon Jinn? I'm actually be talking about Obi-Wan's hero abilities. So again, I think that he should have the mind trick, but since that's already taken, we could probably have a simple force push and maybe a couple other things. But I really don't know what we could have. Since Obi-Wan was a master of the third form of lightsaber combat, Surisu, I think he should have very high block proficiency, or at least very high stamina, or he doesn't drain stamina as fast. However, his attack should be pretty weak, since he is mainly defensive and not offensive, and also he should be really good deflecting blaster bolts. We should also have his Revenge of the Sith robes as the default, and then add the Padawan skin and the Ben Kenobi skin. The Galactic Assault map should be kind of a standard where you take over the control points and eventually blow up that separatist ball ship that you see kind of lodge in the rocks in that sinkhole. And it is imperative that they add Varactals as actual rideable creatures for both sides, actually, although it would look kind of weird having a droid ride a Varactal. If you don't know what a Varactal is, it's that lizard horse, not really a horse, more like a lizard thing that Obi-Wan rides. And that's probably my favorite animal in all of Star Wars, so you can tell I really want them to add that. That should kind of be like the Tauntauns that they have on the Hoth map. Now that we're finished speculating on this Utapau DLC, let's move on to the next DLC. The next one I think should be a Battle of Coruscant DLC. The heroes would include Anakin Skywalker and Count Dooku. And I know I'll probably get a comment, if I get any comments that is, that would be saying, Darth Vader's in the game, so Anakin can't be in the game. But DICE has said that the inclusion of one hero does not debunk the possibility of another hero being in the game. I think the maps we should receive is a Starfighter Assault map that's a given based on the opening of Revenge of the Sith. We should also receive an Invisible Hand map for Galactic Assault. Invisible Hand was the flagship of General Grievous, and I think the Galactic Assault, what the objective in that map should be to make it to the bridge and destroy it, and then get to the escape pods, hold the control point there, and then you can escape, and then you win the game. Or if the droids stop you before you run out of reinforcements or tickets or whatever they're called, then the droids win the game. Count Dooku was a master of the second form of lightsaber combat, Makashi. That basically means that he's very good at dueling other lightsaber wielders, but he's basically helpless against blasters. So I think he should definitely have some kind of parry ability where he kind of just, when you attack him, he does like a block and then attacks back. Because you saw how he mopped the floor with Obi-Wan and Anakin, and if Yoda hadn't been there, both of them would have died. I think he should also have a precision ability where basically he does more damage against lightsaber wielders, and he can sometimes break their block because, again, he is very good at lightsaber combat, so he should have abilities like this. And I think his last ability should be Force Lightning, since he has used that before. And for Anakin, I really don't know. I honestly have no clue what they can do for him. The next DLC I think they should add is a Battle of Geonosis DLC. The two heroes in this would be Jango Fett and Mace Windu. Jango Fett would use two pistols as his base weapon, and he could have an ability that basically allowed him to fire them a lot faster and without cooldown, kind of like the TIE Fighter's laser barrage. And also he should have a jetpack, and he'll probably have like a wrist rocket, or maybe the rocket that comes out of his jetpack, and the wrist wire that he can shoot. I mean, those are the only ones that can come up with him. Now for Mace Windu, in case you didn't know, he uses a variant of the 7th fighting style of lightsaber combat, and the variant he uses is called Vapad. Vapad allows him to use his opponent's dark side energy and channel it through himself. Keep this in mind, this will heavily influence what I think his ability should be. I think his first ability should be that whenever he's close enough to a dark side user, if you trigger this ability, then it gives him increased speed, stamina, jump height, strength to lightsaber damage, and other things like that. Now, I think DICE should do a variant of what I think his second ability should be, because it seems like it could be pretty OP, but since I'm not a game designer, I'm not sure how they could balance this. But anyway, let me tell you what it is. Basically, what I think this ability should be is that if he triggers it, then he becomes immune to all dark side abilities that are trying to use him. Did I mention that? Not only he becomes immune to dark side abilities used on him, but whenever they attempt to use a dark side ability on him, he just gains more damage output for the active time of that ability. And he can reflect Force Lightning, kind of like the way he can reflect Blaster Bolts in this game. I'm not sure what this should make his third ability, but those are the two I have come up with. The Galactic Assault map should be the main Geonosis battlefield with those rocket fuel things, and the main goal should be first to blow those up, and then eventually when you reach the starships to blow them up. Because this map is so open, they should add some debris like crashed ATTEs and starships and other things like that, just because this would be even worse than Crate since it's such a big map, so they're definitely going to need to add those debris. And if they wanted to, they could add the Geonosis Arena as the Heroes vs. Villains map. They should also add a Starfighter Assault map in the asteroid field, and we have to have Obi-Wan Kenobi's ship with that beautiful spare parts drop. Now, these are just some spare thoughts that can't really have DLC seasons of their own, but they still should be added to the game. Canto Bite. Loved it in the movie, would love it in the game. The bow rifle as a weapon option for all classes. Now that's the end of my speculation, and you don't have to worry about me going a month without posting because I do have a schedule planned, so hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more videos coming from me in the coming weeks. Now, I'm going to end this video by saying I hope you enjoyed the speculation video.